Breaking. Alexandra Eala breaks into top 60. Leylah Fernandez throws shade, but Eala responds with grace tennis. The afternoon sun bathed the Monaco shoreline in gold when the tennis world received breaking news. Alexandra Eala breaks into WTA top 60, a historic first for the Philippines. Within minutes, headlines spread across social media like wildfire. Journalists scrambled to publish retrospectives. Fans flooded comment sections with hearts and flags of the Philippines. But in a quiet training room in Madrid, Alexandra Eala simply smiled. Her phone buzzed nonstop. Texts from fellow players, her parents, and her longtime coach Mateo. Top 60, Alex, Mateo said, leaning against a wall with folded arms. How does it feel? Eala took a sip of water, her breath still heavy from drills. It feels unreal, she said softly, but it's not the destination. Her humility wasn't rehearsed. It was who she was, the girl who still said, thank you, to ball kids and bowed slightly to line judges. The girl who played for something bigger than herself. But that same humility, that quiet power, would soon be tested in ways she never expected. A tweet sparks a storm. Hours later, as fans celebrated Eala's ranking rise, one post on X, formerly Twitter, sent shockwaves through the tennis community. It came from another young star, Leylah Fernandez, the fiery Canadian known for her fearless play and sharper tongue. Top 60? Some of us had to earn it through real competition. Some just ride hype and wild cards winking face tennis hashtag just saying. Within minutes, the replies exploded. Is this about Alexandra? Leylah, that's low. Don't start drama, girl. Screenshots circulated instantly, dissected, debated, replayed in slow motion like a controversial line call. Eala's fans flooded her page with encouragement. Ignore the hate, Alex. We know your grind. Hashtag proudly Filipina Philippine sparkles. Meanwhile, sports networks speculated endlessly. Was Fernandez taking aim at Eala? They asked. And though the tweet didn't mention her name, everyone knew who the shade was meant for. Eala's camp went quiet. Her manager advised, let's not engage. Her PR team suggested, post something neutral. But Alexandra didn't want to be neutral. She wanted to be real. Grace in the spotlight. The next morning, during her scheduled press interview at the Mucho Madrid Open, reporters swarmed her. Microphones surrounded her like bees to honey. One journalist asked bluntly, Alexandra, any comment on Leylah Fernandez's tweet? The room went still. Eala looked up, composed but firm. I saw it, she said, and I respect Leylah as a player. A murmur rippled through the room. But, she continued gently, everyone's path is different. Mine wasn't easy. I worked my way from ITF tournaments in heat and humidity most people wouldn't last a day in. I'm proud of my journey, not because it was perfect, but because it was mine. Then she smiled, disarming the tension in the room. And if my success inspires even one kid from Southeast Asia to believe they belong here, then every step was worth it. The press conference ended in stunned applause. Her grace wasn't silence. It was dignity, carved from years of discipline. Behind the scenes, back in the locker room, Eala tied her shoes quietly. Her friend and doubles partner, Emma Navarro, nudged her. That was pure class, Emma said. You could have roasted her. Alexandra chuckled softly. And then what? I'd be trending for all the wrong reasons. Emma laughed. True. Still, you handled that like Serena. Eala shrugged. My grandma always said, when they throw shade, grow flowers. Emma smirked. That sounds like something that belongs on a t-shirt. Later that night, as she scrolled through social media, Eala saw a flood of support. Hashtag Stand With Eala trending worldwide, with photos of Filipino kids holding rackets in school gyms. She realized then this was bigger than rivalry. It was representation. The match that said everything. A week later, destiny, with its usual sense of irony, arranged for the two players to meet in the second round of Madrid Open, Eala versus Fernandez. Social media erupted. It's happening. Grudge match incoming. This one's going to be spicy fired. The crowd was electric when they stepped onto the clay court. Eala, calm and radiant in her blue kit, versus Fernandez, fierce and focused in red. The air shimmered with tension. Eala won the coin toss and chose to receive. The opening serve came fast, a blur of spin and power, but Alexander's return landed perfectly at the baseline. The crowd gasped. From that moment, the tone was set. Rally after rally, they traded fire. Leylah's aggression met Alexander's precision. Every point was war, every breath a statement. At 5-5 in the final set, Leylah shouted in frustration after missing a backhand, her racket trembling in her hand. "Lucky shot," she muttered. Alexandra heard it, but didn't flinch. Instead, she smiled faintly and served an ace down the tee. Game, 6-5, Eala. The final point was poetry, a 20-shot rally ending with Alexandra's signature forehand winner. 6-4, 3-6, 7-5. Eala wins. The crowd roared. Cameras zoomed in as the two approached the net. Fernandez extended her hand, eyes avoiding contact. "Good match," she said curtly. Eala gripped her hand firmly, smiling softly. It was, "See you next time." The handshake, respectful but icy, became the photo seen around the world. The internet reacts. Clips of the match flooded social media. Fans debated endlessly. Eala didn't just win. She answered. Leylah started a fire, but Alex turned it into light. That handshake spoke louder than any tweet. Sports analysts praised Eala's composure. ESPN called it a masterclass in grace under pressure. Meanwhile, Leylah posted a statement hours later. "Emotions run high in tennis. I respect Alexander's talent and wish her the best." It was brief and noticeably unconvincing, but Eala didn't respond. She didn't need to. She had already spoken where it mattered most. On the court, legacy in motion. Months passed. Eala continued to rise, hitting world number 56, then 52. Her matches filled arenas. But more importantly, her story filled hearts. She launched the Eala Rising Foundation, providing scholarships for young Asian and Pacific tennis players to train abroad. Her slogan, "Your roots are your power. Never hide them." Media called her the voice of calm in a storm of noise. Teammates called her the smile that wins matches. Her country called her the nation's daughter. One night, after a big win in Paris, a journalist asked, "What do you think of that quote now? The one about hype and wild cards?" Eala chuckled. "I think sometimes people confuse humility with weakness. But kindness is undefeated." Epilogue, Grace wins. The footage of her press conference, her handshake with Fernandez, and her homecoming speech became iconic, featured in sports documentaries and motivational reels worldwide. Years later, when she retired, Alexandra Eala would look back not on trophies, but on that one chapter, when she taught the world that greatness isn't measured by rank or retweets, but by grace under fire. Because in that moment, when shade met sunlight, Alexandra Eala didn't just rise into the top 60. She rose into history. Final words. You can't control how others speak your name, but you can choose how you carry it. Alexandra Eala, Madrid, 2025. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.